Pretty much it was just a regular fishing trip, just like any other weekend that we do.
The man who found the jawbone on July 3rd in Carlsbad does not want to be identified. He gave me photos and video of the mandible and says he found the bone in about 3 feet of water while collecting tiny shellfish along a creek bed downstream from Salto Falls.
What I happened to be doing that day was there's these things that you call Asian clams, and I started digging for them with my hands, and on one of the scoops, I felt something hit my fingers, and so when I went back in to scoop again, I picked up the jawbone.
He collects the tiny Asian clams and puts them in his aquarium at his home in Vista to help filter out the water.
It just looked really old to me. It only had 3 teeth left on it. It was the 2 front teeth and 1 molar in the back.
After reporting the find to the sheriff's department, search teams responded to the area, including a dive team. But the sheriff did not report finding any more human remains, and the jawbone was turned over to the medical examiner's office for DNA testing. Now that creek bed in Carlsbad where the jawbone was found is known to be on the site of a former American Indian village. However, DNA testing done here at the medical examiner's office showed the remains appear to be from a white or Hispanic male. Those results confirmed by an anthropologist who examined the photos at the request of CBS 8.
It looked to be male to me.
Tori Randall is a professor of anthropology at San Diego City College. She says the mandible appears to be from an adult because the rear molar is already grown in. But she says it does not appear to be American Indian.
You would usually see wear on American Indian teeth, especially along the coast in California. You see wear because of eating shellfish, where you get little tiny bits of sand in with the shellfish, and so it would wear down the teeth. And this mandible doesn't seem to have that amount of wear on the 1 molar that's still there.
She also believes the remains are from a male who only had 3 teeth on his bottom jaw at the time of his death.
If the tooth fell out after death, you would still see a socket. You would see a little hole where that tooth used to be. And so the fact that you can't see any of those holes means that the bone healed over.
Carlsbad police told me they believe the bone has been in the elements for about 2 years, and they continue to compare the evidence they have to unsolved missing persons cases.
So they would go through missing persons records and see how many of those missing people only had 3 teeth in their lower jaw by looking at their dental records.
David Gottfredson, CBS 8.